All right, we're not going to use that cut. I'm going to start over with the low light. Sorry. All right.
We're using that cut.
No.
I'm Maggie Leung, and I was the editor for episode 1 of Leaky Thoughts. I also did still photography, and I was also production assistant for the first episode.
Hey everyone, what's going on? I'm Christopher Orangeo, and I was the main editor for Leaky Thoughts episode 8 and 9.
Yeah, so I decided to, help out on this shoot because my friend Jared Buno from Binghamton University, he told me about this opportunity. I was like, yeah, I want to get some more practice doing, film stuff that's outside of school.
The main reason I signed on to Leaky Thoughts was just probably for the collaborative part of it. I recently moved up here, and I saw that Greg posted that he needed an editor for his last episode.
Some pros were, it was a really fun experience. It kind of made me realize what I like and don't like about filmmaking. Like, I'm not really a fan of PAing and running after people and, getting coffee. And I really like editing, so it helped me kind of discover what I like and don't like about filmmaking.
There's a few things I learned from this project. One is definitely patience, which I don't have patience.
Stuff I learned during the shoots, I guess, we did a Central Park shoot and we had to use a lot of reflectors and other equipment that I wasn't familiar with. Like how to hold a boom mic, I think that's what I learned.
Learned a little bit about my editing style, because I'd never really edited something like this before. I always edit comedies, I edit music videos, I edit little short promos or mini docs. So editing something a little bit more on the dramatic fantasy side was very interesting. And really, like I said before, editing without meeting the cast, the crew, just meeting the creator of the project, it was great. But editing without being on set was a challenge. But it's what I signed up for.
Just in the Bronx, just having to kind of move people to the side while you're filming because we don't really have a permit.
Some of the highlights of the project, I'd have to say, since just being on it, being brought in, I don't want to say last minute, but being brought in to wrap it up was kind of seeing how much work Greg and his team really put into it.
So it was an August day. We went to shoot on some really hot Saturday in the Bronx. And it was a lot of fun, but it was kind of crazy because there's this one guy in the corner who kept shouting Peso agua. We had to keep, telling him to be quiet.
And it was a good working relationship, which it's kind of rare sometimes in the industry.
But yeah, it was a fun day. I got really tan that day. I looked behind me and I was like, wow, it looks like I spent the day at the beach.
So I don't know, for me, for independent filmmakers, if you like hardworking people, if you really respect how much work goes into it with the little amount of money and locations and whatnot, I think you would be able to appreciate it more with what Greg and his whole team of directors and producers were able to pull off. And it's fun. It was really fun to edit, and it was fun to really kind of get into the world.
So why should you watch Leaky Thoughts? You should watch Leaky Thoughts because a lot of talented people put in a lot of effort, and we're providing a free watchable web series that's super enjoyable. So you should check out Leaky Thoughts on I think YouTube and probably Vimeo. Check it out.
I think people should watch Leaky Thoughts for a few different reasons. One being that the story it's a very just deep world. It's you really could branch off with any of the characters from what I've learned in episode 8 and 9, kind of do a side story with all of them. That says a lot about the story. I think you should watch it because it was a monumental task. When you probably put all the episodes together, it could be a feature film.